Hello, my name is Joshua Dunlop. I'm certified financial planner and co-founder of Newmaker Financial. And today I want to talk with you about something that I hear a lot, which is that you need $1 million to retire. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need $1 million to retire. But let's look into it a little bit more. With all these articles asking the question, is $1 million enough to retire? It's easy to understand where people got this impression that you need this astronomical amount of money to be able to retire. But this really undermines the complexity of retirement planning in general. If retirement planning was as simple as you need $1 million and then you can retire, I don't think I would have had to have gone to college in order to be a financial planner. In fact, for a couple of years in my career, I did retirement planning specifically for people who had under $250,000. And I can tell you that most of those people were able to make it through in retirement just fine. Now, why were they able to make it through retirement just fine? Well, because retirement planning has very little to do with how much money you have. It has more to do with how much money you spend. If you're an average American spending the amount that an average American spends, you don't need $1 million to retire because the average American doesn't have $1 million to retire. I think that this question of if I need $1 million to retire is really being asked because people with $1 million is the target market for a lot of the firms that are coming out with a lot of this information. They want people with $1 million to come to them and invest with their firms. So they say things like, you need $1 million to retire, or $1 million might not be enough for you to retire. They're looking to frighten you, potentially even shame you for the amount of money that you've spent and the amount of money that you have. The biggest problem with this way of thinking is that it doesn't include your Social Security. For most of us, Social Security is going to be a big portion of our retirement. Retirement planning is about taking whatever money you do have and formulating out a budget that best utilizes that money. Personally, I think that we've done everybody a disservice by pushing this narrative that the more money you have, the more you need a financial planner. In fact, I would say it's the opposite. While wealthy individuals do in fact need financial planners, I would say that it's people who have under $1 million, people who are going to be retiring off of $70,000 or $150,000 or even $300,000. Those are the people that need retirement planning the most, because the greater the scarcity, the greater the need to plan. So if you've been made to feel a little bit frightened by some of these articles, or if you've been made to feel a little bit ashamed of how much money you've saved as a result of these articles, know that you shouldn't be. The amount of money that you have matters less than the plan you have in place to use that money. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Joshua Dunlop from Newmaker Financial, and I hope you have a wonderful day.